We know bargain hunting is the theme in holiday shopping, but how are things faring at the high end? Joining us now is the CEO of Luxury Institute, Milton Pedraza. And Milton, you heard Monica talk about the effect of the snowstorm on retail sales overall. How did it shake out on the luxury end? You've been doing some checks on the retailers over the weekend. Well,
it's a little deeper because a very large number of people who are wealthy live in the Northeast. So it affected luxury a little bit more. But interestingly, a lot of luxury retailers I spoke to, despite the fact that they had to shut down in Washington, etc., feel that the next few days they'll be able to make up for some of that volume. And that's because it's real, meaning that there is some pent-up demand. Luxury consumers are spending a little bit more this holiday season, and they will have to go out and buy those gifts.
So the Gucci's and the Louis Vuittons will be very crowded in the next few days.
Yes, and the better the brand, the more classic the brand, like a Chanel, like a Louis Vuitton, like a Gucci, like a Bottega Veneta, the more they will hold up better than other brands.
To what extent are high-end shoppers spending again? Because they were kind of, I don't know, sheepish or embarrassed to do so last year because it didn't look very good.
No. Also, even the wealthiest people were living above their means, and so they had to cut back overall. And besides, obviously, the conspicuous consumption syndrome really got shut down. But I would say that they've opened up their wallets for the holiday season. It's been pretty soft during the year, but because they feel the economy has basically stabilized, their spending has sort of, we've seen a spurt in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, they're making an exception for the holiday season.
Yes, exceptions, and I think they will go back to being more frugal after the holiday season, but they're being very open with their wallets right now.
Interesting, so a bump up. Now, you were talking about some of the high-end brands like the Chanel's and Gucci's. What about in terms of segments? Premium denim and handbags were, of course, the big thing a couple years back. Which sectors are going to be the hottest and not so hot this year?
Well, in general, jewelry, watches have really been very soft because they're not a true necessity, but apparel, a lot of winter garments, luxury winter garments, and accessories have done actually extremely well.
Like handbags, furs, for instance?
Handbags, leather goods have done very well. Shoes have done pretty well.
Okay, we are still seeing, though, a lot of luxury goods being sold at big discounts on websites like Overstock.com. How does that devalue the image of this product?
Well, there's no question that consumers feel somewhat fooled. If they were paying full price before, now you're seeing it at a discount, you have to question the value. So it obviously erodes brand equity for any luxury retailer who discounts. But I think it's a desperation move, and you have to do it this year.
Now, there's also a stigma, of course, against counterfeit goods, but that was somewhat removed starting last year because of the financial crisis. How does the luxury sector restore that divide between counterfeit and true product?
Well, in luxury, we say that the irony is that you have to be worthy of being counterfeited to be counterfeited. So I think the brands hold up pretty well. I think affluent consumers tend to stay away from counterfeiting, and they're the ones who really buy. So it hasn't affected them negatively, except for the fact that it has a bad image problem.
Okay, so we might be losing the aspirational shopper, but not the true high-end shopper.
Correct.
All right, thank you so much. We've been speaking with Milton Pedraza, the CEO of the Luxury Institute.